Our final question, the final question of the show, this is called OMNI Athlete. This show is called OMNI Athlete because we want to understand what it takes to be the ultimate mind, body, and spirit competitor. So the final question for you, Joe, is what does being an OMNI athlete mean to you? What does it mean to you to be an OMNI athlete?
Well, I would hear it as it's an avenue of teaching and study that would help us find our best. And to me, that's kind of our whole world is about helping people find their best. And I know that is what you're endeavoring to do. Josh, I was coaching for years and years and years, not till a handful of years ago when I first realized that everything I've ever done is about helping people find their best. And I didn't know it. I didn't realize that's what it was. And it became such a simple thought. So whenever, I encounter anybody who's working in that direction, you're helping others, I think it's as beautiful thing as you can do. And the phrase that's always followed me around is this win forever phrase. Win forever to me was always, if you're in the process of trying to work to find your best, then you can't help but win. And, we don't ever have to get there. We just keep on working at it and competing to find our way. And that's a beautiful thing. So what OMNI's doing is doing some great stuff, and appreciate it.
To me, being an OMNI athlete means that I am coming forth in this effort with my whole being. So, mind, heart, and body are all aligned. Again, there's that word, my energy, my life force. That is really what you feel like when you're playing rugby. You are just bursting forth and radiating. You're all one. There's no separation between your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit. You're unified and you're radiating that energy.
Being an OMNI athlete to me is really about channeling your best potential. Really about utilizing and not being afraid to maximize who you are in that moment and never afraid to become better. Becoming an OMNI athlete to me is connecting the mind, the body, and the spirit to perform. And I think through those things, we can start to open up a lot of different portals to becoming our greatest self, our truest self, and that reflects that self-love that we have.
I don't think you could have everything in life. I think certainly me, and I think most people, when we get on a track with like fitness, or we get on a track with business, or we get on a track with family, whatever it is, the other 2/3 of your life suffer a bit. And I think the OMNI athlete would be this perfect trifecta, let's call it, because that's a term we use in our business, where it's evenly split between mind, body, spirit. Unfortunately, I could not give any of your listeners a methodology to getting there because I'm not there. I'm always unbalanced. I am so unbalanced, as a matter of fact, that on my hip I have a word that means balance in another language, and it's supposed to remind me to stay balanced, which I don't do.
I think it's understanding that spiritual progress in the body involves demolishing lethargy. It's developing a sense of incredible enthusiasm, not just, just mentally, but, enthusiasm in the body, to wake up early in the morning, to train, to really enjoy the exertion, to enjoy pushing oneself, and to understand all the things that one needs to do that, from nutrition to sleep to stress reduction, and realizing that if I align myself around my workouts in a spiritual and physical way, my entire life and all the things I want to achieve are going to be that much more enjoyable. Like when my body is happy, everything else is happy.
To me, it means continually finding that presence, stripping off whatever it takes to get into that present moment, threading through past and future, bringing that loop together.
I think an OMNI athlete transcends time. It's someone that really buys into the concept. It's not, you don't turn on and off energy and effort. It's something that should be there every day. I'm an old man now, right? I'm Papa, right? I got 5 grandchildren, but I still see an athlete in the mirror. I still try to stay in shape. I still try to do the things that I did, and I can't do them as well as I used to, but the heart's there, and the spirit's there, and the training's there, and the discipline's there, and trying to do the things that I've always done, and I think at the core of an OMNI athlete, you're true to yourself. People will say, well, hey, my coach is being unfair to me, so I'm going to react this way. No. You act the way you act. No one should change what you believe. Your principles should define who you are, and you live those principles every day of your life. And being an OMNI athlete just doesn't mean I do this for the short time during my playing period, because after you're done playing, you got another 60 years. And what are you going to do? Are you going to look back at your memories and tell people what you did when you were in high school? Or are you going to continue to be a life changer and a great teammate that inspires others to raise their level up to change the world, one player at a time?